You know, working in the legal profession for nearly a decade, I love seeing these stories where attorneys are getting manhandled in court because they used some AI chatbot to write a briefing. Hallucinated citations, bogus arguments, etc. And for the most part, it's funny when it happens. However, when that gets out of the courtroom and happens in certain other industries, this AI slop stops being a joke. Especially when that AI slop jumps into the theater of war, which is happening way, way too often under the Trump regime and Pete Hegseth. And in this instance, the AI chatbot slop I'm talking about comes from Grok. You may know it as the one AI chatbot that confidently rewrites history, it melts down in public, and has decided at times to be completely racist and anti-Semitic. It is genuinely a nightmare of artificial intelligence. And while we might laugh at how absurd that might be, I have to say with total seriousness that that deranged chatbot is genuinely dangerous because it has been helping your United States military decide which targets to blow up in war. And the only reason we know about this for sure is because the Pentagon bragged about it in a courtroom to win a pollution lawsuit. You know, when I sat down, I researched this one, I took notes, I laid out all of my words, and it feels absolutely surreal to say on camera to all of you that we found out from the Pentagon, which is being run by a Fox News host, that Elon Musk's racist artificial intelligence chatbot is picking military targets because the military is trying to help that chatbot's parent company win a lawsuit because their data centers are causing horrendous amounts of pollution. Think about what I just said and tell me, would that make sense to anyone in a normal timeline? Anyway, in a sworn filing, the Pentagon's chief AI officer, because that is now a thing, told a federal court that the military relies on Grok and that Grok helped deploy over, get this, 2,000 munitions to 2,000 distinct targets over a 96-hour period during the Iran war. 2,000 targets. 4 days, picked by a chatbot. And that pollution lawsuit, by the way, it is over dozens of unpermitted gas turbines that are polluting a black neighborhood just so it can power Grok's data center. So the government's defense here is essentially you can't shut down these turbines despite all the public health risks because AI slop is paramount to our national security. We need this AI to keep bombing. Because sure, we didn't know how to bomb someone to smithereens before AI, right? So now we're fighting to essentially protect the smog. We've officially reached the part of our American dystopia where the pollution is important to the survival of our nation somehow. Jesus. And yes, we know that according to military investigators, American forces did bomb that girls' school in Manab, Iran. Over 170 people gone, mostly children. And Grok, this AI targeting platform that featured Grok, is part of a system that produced that strike. Now, no one involved can actually tell you for certain that Grok was or wasn't involved. It's just part of the system because no one fully knows how the AI picks its targets. Its methodology isn't very clear. Comforting. And so when you do 1,000 targets in a 24-hour period, the margin of error might sound small, but it can produce massive unintended results. Then if you add in all of the crap that Donald Trump is signing in about AI recently, this new executive order on frontier AI, it all gets glossed over. And it gets glossed over in the media because it's just AI. But this is worth paying attention to. Because buried inside that executive order, the government gets to help pick the trusted partners who receive the most powerful new AI models before the public ever touches them. No published criteria, nothing. The state just decides who gets to experience the future of AI first. Essentially, the government is claiming eminent domain on the technological replacement of the human brain.
You know, I don't like anything that's artificial, so could we straighten that out, please? We should change the name. I actually mean that. I don't like the name artificial anything, because it's not artificial, it's genius. It's pure genius. And its potential to transform every type of human endeavor and domain of human knowledge, from medicine to manufacturing to warfare and national defense.
And the order he signed, even though it didn't call him out by name, likely was targeting a company called Anthropic. They make the Claude chatbot. And earlier this year, Anthropic was one of the few companies that told the Pentagon no on a couple of things. First, don't use our product for mass surveillance of Americans. And second, no fully autonomous weapons that have no humans deciding behind it. Anthropic had two red lines that sound reasonable. They sound noble. Yet, nobility, as we know, is not the Trump regime's strong suit. The government then branded Anthropic a national security risk. This is a domestic company as a national security risk. The government ordered every federal agency to stop using Anthropic. They threatened to invoke a wartime law from 1950 to seize the technology by force, and the defense secretary even called Anthropic's drawing of these red lines cowardly virtue signaling. Yet get this, if you remember, the Pentagon kept using Anthropic anyway, because they literally couldn't replace it. But I gotta be clear here, don't let anyone sell you this clean version where one chatbot is a hero and the other is a villain. It's not. Anthropic signed the defense contract. Its AI was in the targeting system over that school too, just like Grok. Nobody, no AI in this story gets to wear the white hat. And the point here is bigger than just good robot, bad robot. The point is that the government is racing to wire every single one of these AI machines into the kill chain, and the one time a company stood up to them, the one time that asked the government to have some morality, they got treated like an enemy. Meanwhile, the racist and anti-Semitic chatbot got called paramount to national security. The government and these mega corporations, they're not looking for safer AI. The Defense Secretary Hegseth said that the Iran campaign ran with no stupid rules of engagement. They don't want better or safer AI. For the military, they didn't want the smart AI. They just wanted the one that didn't have a conscience.
I need to know how Skynet gets built. Who's responsible?
And since I'm doing stories on AI, on technology, I'm going to need a lot more help from you guys. I need your engagement. So please hit the like button, share this story, hit subscribe, leave comments, all of it. Because if we're not careful, Terminator 2 is looking a whole hell of a lot closer to reality.